And I know what you're thinking, part 0. That doesn't make any sense. But we're not talking about, hardcore mathematics right now. We're just talking about the fact that we're setting up for part 1 of a big thing, which I'm going to explain very shortly. Firstly, let me just tweet out that I'm live. Now live. And then we will open up the game. Hello, this is Elder Scrolls Online. This is one of my favourite games ever made. I'm a huge MMO dude. Obviously my favourite MMO is World of Warcraft. But ESO is my home away from home. And I am now 400 hours into it. And these are my characters. I'm not a huge Altaholic yet. So I've mainly stuck with my main character here, Voltaeus Falconda. He is a Magicka-based sorcerer, as all the best of us are. And I'm basically just in the middle of Greymoor at the minute. I haven't finished Greymoor. Greymoor only came out a few days ago, and I've had work and the servers have had issues, so I haven't finished the story yet. I'm about halfway through it, and we may play some of the story later on in this stream. If you are here to watch a full story playthrough and you're watching a VOD or you're watching live and you want to avoid spoilers, don't worry, I'll make it very clear that we're going to go and do that stuff on this character and you can exit the stream at that point. But my other characters I've made, if you are interested, are Sir Demeric Darry, the Paladin, the Templar, he's a stamina-based Templar, and I like how he looks. Here's a secret, underneath this helmet, he's actually an old man. I thought that was cool when I made him, not so sure now that it's too late to change. I've got Yorick Stonespeaker, he's the newest character I've made. He's also the first character I've really looked up a guide for. He is a stamina-based warden, and yeah, I've been using Alcast's warden guide to kind of make his build. I don't know if you can see that in the top left, my little Discord overlay. I might have to disable that. Then again, streamer mode is active. So hopefully you can't see what my friend just fucking put, even if it is the truth. Let me just fucking view my own stream and see if that's coming up. I may have to just fucking close Discord. Yeah, this is another reason why it's a part 0. We're gonna have some technical issues, I'm afraid. So I'm viewing the stream now and I'm not seeing anything come up in the top left, so I don't think you do see any of that, which is good. Actually, I've got a very quick way of testing that, which is just by opening the interface and going down to nothing. And there isn't that big of a delay on the stream, so considering that you can't see this, I'm gonna go ahead and guess. Yeah, you can't see it. I can see the cursor. Okay. Like I said, I'm working stuff out. One of the main reasons to have a part 0 is so that I can test the quality of the stream as well to make sure it's not too bit ratey. Varus Evermorn is my Nightblade / murderer. Felt like doing a bit of murdering. Made a character specifically for the Dark Brotherhood, and as you can tell by her robes, I have completed that questline on her. Majmal is a character which I did start streaming on, but it was kind of a half-hearted endeavour. He is a Dragon Knight, that's relevant for what I'm about to reveal in a moment. And Sifts Through Graves is my Necromancer, who I've made, but not touched. But we're not going to be playing any of those today, we're going to be creating our character. And it's going to be a orc, and he's going to be a Dragon Knight. And he's going to be Magicka based, because I put up a poll on Twitter, and that's what won. At least that's what won last time I checked last night. I haven't checked it this morning, but I do want to play a Magicka Dragon Knight. If you can hear that in the background, that weird flapping noise, that is my cat. And that is one of the main reasons I haven't been streaming a lot lately. She's got a cone on her head, because she's got issues going on, and I don't always feel comfortable talking about it because it makes me sad. But she's recovering, but you will hear she'll flap her head from time to time and you'll hear that noise because she has an itchy ear, but she can't itch it. But we're taking good care of her, I promise. Anyway, that's out of the way. Let's make this guy. What's he gonna look like? I think he's gonna be, as far as body type goes, I never do anything too drastic. Like, you can make a chonky boy, you can make a muscular boy, or you can make a thin boy. We're viewing all of this with a champion gear on, because I don't want to be taken off Twitch for terms of service. No, I'm sure nothing like that would ever happen. Let's make him quite tall. I usually play fairly short characters. But we'll have him be tall. I already like how he looks, to be honest. But we will customize him to our content. I usually don't bother with any of this upper body, lower body stuff. I usually just go by the triangle on the top. Now face is where all the important stuff comes in. I really like the shape of his face already, so I don't think I'm going to touch that. What does he sound like? This is important because this is what we're going to be hearing for hundreds of hours. Again, I kind of like the default we've been given. Let's try some more. The problem with the voice stuff in this game, I find, is that it almost sounds... Hang on, let's turn this down a bit. It almost sounds the same, like... No, not the same, sorry. It sounds different, even though it's the same, like, voice. Like, that's a low... And then we've got... I don't know. He's more high-pitched. I like how I just turned the audio down just now when I'm trying to fucking pick a voice. You know, the thing I need to listen to audio to hear. You know what? I like voice D. Let's not stick too much on that. Right, let's have a look at these hairstyles. So I like that one. One thing I don't like that much about this game is how every race has the same hairstyles. Like, this is the hairstyle I have on my Dark Elf. And so whenever I see it on an Orc, it's just weird to me. I would have preferred it if they had more racial hairstyles. I did make an Orc with this hairstyle before. He doesn't exist anymore. I'm gonna leave that there. We could give him a mohawk. That could be interesting. That looks like an Imperial looking hairstyle, but he's not an Imperial dude. This is what Demric Dari has to signify that he's old. He's also grey back there. I think I was watching a lot of Star Trek for Next Generation at the time of making him. I have considered going for a bald orc. I do like how bald orcs typically look, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm honestly going to go with, like, I know we haven't looked for all the hairstyles, but I am familiar with all of them. I've made a few characters in this game. Not all of them survived to see the light of day, but I think we're going to go with this hairstyle. I like this hair colour as well, if I'm being perfectly honest. Mostly, when I get given like a blank slate character as like randomised, I don't like how they look at all, but this one, hang on, it was darker red, wasn't it? Yeah, I just kind of immediately liked how he looked. Although, let's have a look at these beards. Well, it's not always beards. Oh, look how ugly he looks, it's amazing. I've always liked the idea of orcs in... oops, hang on, I'm aging him. I've always liked the idea of orcs in MMOs, but I've never really played much of one. Like, I like Elder Scrolls Online orcs. That's just wrong. I like, I mean, I like Elder Scrolls orcs. I like WoW's orcs. Just generally like orcs. We could give him a funny mustache, but I tend to try and make characters on the more serious side. He just reminds me of a character from Star Wars Rebels, which I've been watching a lot of lately. We could give him that. Weird as it is, I would hate to have this in real life because of like the mutton chops, but that, I kind of like that for him. I think that suits him. And I hope you agree, because I haven't got anyone in chat right now. And I'm just going to go with it. Problem is, I've got to be very, like, certain, because you can't go back and change this shit for free. Not like you can in WoW. But, you know what? I think that's a look. That right there, that is a look. And that is the kind of look that a Magicka Dragonite might have. I'm also going to be using, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I'm going to be using Alcast's Magicka Dragonite build, at least initially. Because, like I said, I tried it out with their Warden build, and I enjoyed how that made me feel. Like, it's nice to have a guide of, like, just a build to play. And, like, this game does provide you with some templates nowadays, but I don't know how good they are, and I prefer following Alcast's one, to be honest. So that's what we'll be doing. Eye colour. Eye colour is an important one. I feel like in most games eye colour doesn't matter much, but in ESO the eyes are weirdly pronounced. I like how orc eyes work. It's like you don't really have many whites. Like I think you can kind of see they do have whites to their eyes, but they're very... We won't go full on red, but I like the idea of like this kind of pinkish, faded pinkish looking burgundy red. It matches his hair, and I just think that looks cool. Eyebrows are one of the things that I find are actually very important to customize. In all of the small sliders I usually go for customizing eyebrows because they add a lot of character to the face. But again, I think I like what they initially gave us, because everything else just looks wrong. Although that one doesn't look too bad. But this is what they initially... Was it the other one? No. It was definitely this one. This is the one they initially gave us, and I think that looks correct. I forgot... Oh, nose shape is kind of important too. But I think his nose is fine. I forgot to check the skin colours. They're all just different shades of kind of greenish grey though. No, I think that one's fine. I think we've got our character, guys. I think this is him. He looks cool. I'm excited to play this guy. And I was thinking of names earlier because I always get stuck on this. And I always spend ages considering different names. But I'm thinking of... Let me just type out. Bogash. But then that just looks like Bogash, doesn't it? But I want something beginning with a B. Like Bogash. Bogash. That's another thing I want to talk about. So, in this game, you have dialogue options. And I want to semi-roleplay as I stream, so I'm not just going to be talking in character all the time. I'm going to be talking like I normally would when I stream. But when we're in conversations with NPCs, if something comes up on the screen... I haven't practiced this at all, by the way. I should probably have practiced before I started this stream through. If something shows up on the screen and my option to reply is, but what of the other survivors in the area? I don't just want to click it, and I don't just want to read it out loud in my voice. I want to be like, but what of the other survivors in the area? Like, have a voice for him. And I think that could be cool. Hopefully that wouldn't be annoying or cringy. I know some people will find it cringy because that's just how a lot of people react to RP in general, but I don't care about those people. I think it's something cool that you should embrace, and it's something that I want to do. And I think his voice is just going to be basically that, and I'll work on it as we go through. If it needs to be less, I don't know, deep or less dumb, I'll listen back to myself in the VOD, and I will do that. Now here's the problem we have with this game. I want to start on the main quest line of 2014's Elder Scrolls Online. I think this game came out in 2014. I might be wrong. But that's what I want to do. But this game starts you off in the latest chapter. So that would be Greymore. And it will start me off in either Greymore's tutorial or I can skip it. I think I can skip it because I've already done like tutorials on other characters. If I can't skip it, that's an issue because that sets us up for the Greymore story. We're about to find out. If I can't skip it, that's not canon. For Bogash. Is he Bogash? Bogash. I like that, Bogash. Like, it sounds like bogus a little bit. That's my main gripe with that name. But I think Bogash. Now, in Elder Scrolls lore, orcs always have a second name. So, like, it'll be Grow for males and Gra for females, I think, if I remember. I did look this up a few years ago. And then it's like their clan name, so like Gramorkel or Gramorkel, I think is one of them. I think the Morkel clan is in like Orsinium or something. And there's a list of clans. But I don't want to give this guy a clan. I don't want to give this guy a surname. Because the main story of Elder Scrolls Online starts with you waking up after being sacrificed, spoilers, and by worm cultists, and you have no memory of who you are. It's very Elder Scrolls. You start off in a jail cell with no memory of who you are. And I don't want to do anything too wild in terms of roleplay and backstory. I want to start off not knowing who I am. And we may change that later. We may give this guy a backstory, but for now, I'm basically just going to be going through the story of the game and its DLC and chapters and stuff. And that's who this guy is. All he remembers is that his name is Bogash. And he doesn't know where he came from. He doesn't know his surname. So he's just Bogash. And I think that's cool. So without further ado, hang on. Are we going to go with any head markings? Because we could give him a scar. But I'm not sure if I want to give him a scar, because like the hairstyles, all of the scars in this game are the same for every race. And I've already got a scar. Is it this scar? I think it's this scar I've given to my warden. No, it's not that scar. It's this scar I've given. No, it's not. I don't know, actually. It could be cool to give him a scar and then work a backstory around that, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think he's just going to... I think he looks cool as he is, and I think this is Bogash. Bogash! That's his name. Okay, here we go. You have played through a tutorial with a previous character. You may choose to play through again with Bogash, or skip it. So here's the thing. The main storyline starts as a tutorial area. But that was back before they released any DLC, and with every major chapter DLC, they have redone the tutorial area. So, for instance, if we chose to play through the tutorial area on Bogash, it would take us to the Greymore tutorial area, and it would be cool. It would have some story tie-in that would lead into the events of Greymore, so that new players feel like it all connects. But you can skip it, and that will do is it will make me level 3, and it will give me some starter equipment that I would have got from going through the tutorial, and a few skill points and all of that. Now that's kind of an issue because we can go back and experience the main quest from the start in that tutorial style area, but I won't be able to do it from level 1, it will be from level 3. And I will have to travel to the quest giver, and that's kind of one of the main reasons I'm doing this part 0. So that's what we're going to do. Bogash is already in use? No! Oh! God damn it. But that's the perfect name! You don't understand! Game! This happens to me every fucking time. My warden is called Yorick Stonespeaker, and he was just going to be called Yorick, but there's already a Yorick. And now I can understand, because Yorick is kind of a very generic Norton name, to be fair. But Bogash! Oh, come on. Bogash no clan? We could do that. Thing is, that capitalization fits in with the naming conventions of the orcs, but that would bug me to no end, having the no be not capital and the clan be capital. Bogash of no clan. Is that... I could use that as a name, but I don't like that. We are going to have to add some kind of secondary name though, because there's no way I'm not going for Bogash or Bogosh or Bogrush or anything like that. I've fallen in love with the name Bogash. It's a problem. Call him Cunty Steve. I'm not going to call him Cunty Steve. He does look a bit like a Cunty Steve. Bogash, Cunty Steve. No, I don't think. So this isn't a family-friendly series. I should also mention. Anyway, nothing I make is, so that's fine. Bogash the Clanless. How about that? Bogash the Clanless. Which sounds slightly pretentious, because there are orcs in the Elder Scrolls universe who don't have a second name, and they aren't part of a clan. So, to call him Bogash the Clanless, as if he's the only orc without a clan, sounds a little iffy. But I kind of just like how that sounds anyway. Let's go with Bogash the Clanless. I was going to say, if that was taken, I would be furious. Okay, Bogash the Clanless exists. Well, he will when the character load finishes. Now, here's the annoying thing about Elder Scrolls Online as well. Shared with Star Wars The Old Republic, which I learned recently. They have decided that every character needs their own keybinds. So every time you make a new character, you have to assign all of your keybinds all over again. And I'm a lefty, So that's excruciating. Because, oh, it takes so long, and I have to try and remember them all as well. Level 2 rewards and all that. Okay, we won't touch that for a minute. This is Bogash. You might have thought he would look cool in armor and stuff, but we're starting in just a shirt and some trousers. Because that's how we do. I have a new daily reward waiting to be claimed because I haven't played today. Let's give him the crown refreshing drinks, why not? He could use them. Hey, you know what we could also do on stream right now? I got a Ouroboros crate from watching the live stream last night. You never get anything from these, so I might as well just open it now. See? Nothing. But that cost me nothing too, so I'm fine with that. I can then hand those in for more gems, but and I should probably do that before I forget, because otherwise I'm not going to have much bag space. Oh, I'm going to have to fucking go off the... keybinds. Alright, Pakruti, get out of here. So, let me think for a second. Yeah, this is Bogash, the Clanless. He's going to have a lot of champion points from my previous character, but we're not going to assign them yet. I don't know if we'll assign them partway through the series, but either way we're not going to assign them yet. That's what I was doing. I was doing the controls. So you get to look at all of my fucky key bindings, and they are pretty fucky. Basically, I just use a numpad for movement because it's got the most amount of keys around it. I always found it weird how for roll dodge here they suddenly swap to the controller. But either way, toggle mount I usually have on num1. Attack, block, that's fine. Sprint needs to be right because that's where my thumb rests. I know it's super weird, but it works for me. Oh, hang on, didn't mean to press that. Interrupt is fine. Use synergy. I need to bind to num2. Weapon swap down because again that's near my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then ultimate ability is 6. Quick slot item is num9 because that's my potion. Sheath unsheath is not important. Neither is command pet. Tab targeting isn't really... I don't really use it in this game. I use it in most MMOs. But because this game is like faux combat, faux action even, faux combat, I don't really do that. By the way, I've played this game for 400 hours, but don't take that as meaning I'm an expert, because this game has so much to it that I've only just kind of come to terms with like some stuff which you would consider basic, like the way you build your character and all of that. I've only just got to the point where I feel confident with that. Alright, let's go UI on off. I like to do screenshots and stuff for that. I don't think any of this is important. First, third person I like to have on middle click. The annoying thing as well is they have so many different freaking things that you have to go through. I don't think that usually comes up. I know this is absolutely thrilling stuff. If any of this stuff comes up when I need it, I'll do it as and when. I could just play this on a controller. I have done that before. It's got really good controller support. But I'm on PC. Something I've realised when playing Halo recently is that even though I could be using a controller for it, if I'm playing it on PC, I might as well be using the PC controls, especially when they're more fun to use in a way, especially for Halo. It's more fun to play Halo with the PC controls, even if a controller does have an unfair advantage with the amount of auto-lock aiming it has. Either way, welcome to Skyrim again. This is Western Skyrim. We won't be here on Bogash for a long ass time, but we will get here eventually. We're starting with a main quest. This is 2020 content. We're starting with 2014 content. So I don't know how bitrate your stream looks. I know this game is pretty bad for it. Like, you need to have pretty damn good stream quality for it not to look too bitratey when you're looking around the place. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to, not the starter island for this faction, which is Daggerfall Covenant. We're not really going to be doing any of the Daggerfall Covenant zone stuff. We're going to be going to Daggerfall, Glenumbra, because this is where we should get the NPC talking to us for the quest that lands us in the jail cell. Now my main issue is, when we end up teleporting to the jail cell, we'll wake up there and a character will talk to us and say something, and then she'll run off. If I log out after that and log back in, I don't think that happens again. So I think I need to start part 1 looking at the character who's basically going to send me to the main quest, which is a little iffy canonically speaking, because we're playing Bogash from the point where he wakes up in that cell and has no memory of who he is. But that's just going to be the way it has to be done. Can you tell I've thought about this a lot? This is something I've wanted to do for a while. And the other day, I was just looking at the state of the world and how I cope with the state of the world, which is how I cope with most things, which is to say, video games. And obviously this isn't stuff you shouldn't fucking turn away from what's happening in the world, but for the sake of sanity, hooded figure, here he is. He hasn't loaded in yet, but here we go. This is who I need to speak to. Here she is even. But yeah, I find video games to be a fantastic coping mechanism, especially MMOs, especially Elder Scrolls, and I want to share that. So we're pretty much all set up here, and that only took 26 minutes. We could call this part 1 and just start if we wanted to, but I would need to get the Alcast guide up, because I don't know how to build this character. Also, I've just got a big lag spike. That's a thing that's going to happen occasionally, sadly. Part of it is my PC, part of it is their servers. They have a lot of people playing right now because Greymore is a thing, and we have just teleported into one of the main capital cities in the game. They have been doing performance improvements lately, and they've been actually doing a pretty damn good job with it, in my opinion. Like, I can run a game far better than I used to. Far, far better than I used to. But it's still not perfect, so I'm tempted to call this part 1 and start. What do you guys think? I think we should call this part 1 and start. So bear with me while I go and get the Alcast guide up. I haven't even seen the Alcast guide, I'm just assuming there is one. Alcast, Magicka, not Templar, Dragon Knight. I remember the names of the class I'm playing. Here we go, Magicka Dragon Knight build, PvE DPS, Elder Scrolls Online. Alcast HQ, if you've ever played WoW, Alcast HQ is basically Icy Veins. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff I was going to read between streams. You can't see what I'm looking at right now, but I'm reading the guide here. So I don't think I'm on the right page. I think this is endgame stuff. I need... Maybe I should look up... Solo Magicka Dragon Knight. Here we go, this looks more like the one I'm used to. Solo setup. Oh wait, maybe not. Two-second stream. Doesn't have what my PC is currently chugging. Oh, beginner builds. Maybe it was beginner builds I looked at. Dragon Knight, Magicka Dragon Knight guide. Magicka Dragon Knight beginner 160 CP build. Here we go, I think this is the one I want. No, it's not! Come on, what the fuck? Right, what's... If I go back to the... Stamina Warden Beginner Guide is what it was called. So is there a Magicka Dragon Knight Beginner? Hi Liam! Magica Dragon Knight Beginner Guide. Here we go. This is the page I want for real this time. This one basically, the guide I'm looking at basically walks me through all the levels, what I want to put my attribute points into, what I want to put my other points into, and we're basically just going to be going off of this until we hit max level, at which point I'll review our character and have a look at him. So firstly, let's claim our level 2 and 3 rewards. Boom. We're very happy about this. Look at us. We're so happy. Clap, clap, clap. So because we're a Magicka build, we're going to want to put all of our points into Magicka. When I just went off what I thought was right, what I would basically do is I fucking closed the window when I tabbed out. God damn it, that's going to be an issue. I would put 1 point in health for every 2 points in Magicka, but apparently that's wrong. Apparently, just put everything in Magicka. Yeah. Put every point into Magicka, and the first skill point should go into Lava Whip in the Ardent Flame Tree. Okay. So let me try that again. Commit points. And Lava Whip. Let me just look through this guide again. Let's see. I'm trying to see what weapon they recommend. Okay, so very quick. This game is really good in that most things are viable. Most builds are viable. Like, if you just want to do what seems cool to you, you pretty much can. For instance, when I was making this character, this orc, I didn't look at the racials, but I'm pretty sure orc isn't one of the best races to go for a Magicka build. But because we're not doing like the highest level content in the game, and we never fucking will, that doesn't matter. Like, it matters on some level for some people, but not to us. And if it really, really, really ends up mattering, which I can't see it mattering, I have free race change tokens, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. And stuff like that. Like, I'm thinking right now, I just kind of want to go two-handed sword. I don't know what the guide's going to tell me to use. If it's going to tell me to use a staff. It is telling me I should probably be using a staff. Okay. So when I get a staff, I will change to staff. But I'm sure on my back bar, I will have this sword, like a melee thing. Oh, I have 3 skill points. Hang on a second. Let me see what it says. I promise this isn't going to be the entire stream, me just going, hang on a second, let me look at a guide. I was going to be more prepared, but I've decided that this is now part 1 and not part 0. Okay, 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. So a point should go into Stone Fist in the Urban Heart Tree, and 1 in Spiked Armor in the Draconic Power. Yeah, so basically you want to have 1 skill, even if you're not going to use them. Oh, and let's turn this off because we're using Alcast. Even if you have, even if you're not going to use these abilities, you want to have 1 of each so that you can level the tree as you level up. Okay, enough of that. Let's put on our Traveller's Jerkin. Whoops. And let's open our Traveller's Luggage. And let's use the Inferno Staff. And let's talk to the hooded figure. Hang on, that's way too quiet. We want this to be immersive, damn it. Let's turn it back up again. That'll be fine. Hello, hooded figure, who is not suspicious in any way and is probably perfectly fine to talk to.
Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world.
What does your benefactor want?
If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only.
Where can I find him?
My benefactor awaits you in the Patheri house, near Tradesman Square. Do not tarry.
I'll seek him out.
I will not tarry. I will not accept any side quests.
You know how long I've been looking for you.
Yeah, that's nice, but I'm not going to do your quest. Do you know how long I've been looking for you? Oh, another thing. We should set a mount for this character. So these are the mounts I have. I have a leopard, I have a frost horse, I have a guar, I have a Skyrim horse. I have a fire leopard. I have a Sigic horse, a snow Indrik, a spooky horse, a colourful guar, and a plain old horse. Now I'm thinking Magica Dragon Knight is a weird aesthetic I can't really think of. I'm thinking for now let's just use a Sigic Escort Charger because I don't really use this on any of my other characters and I think this would be cool to use. Mounts in this game, I don't particularly agree with how they work. This isn't any faster than my regular running speed. You need to go to a mount trainer every day to learn one skill up for your horse. I don't have enough gold for this right now.
My horses are beauties.
Why is
Look
she
how they hold
flinching?
their heads up.
But yeah, there would be a plus button here if I had the money. And it goes up 1% each day. And when you have lots of ults, that's super dumb. And I don't agree with it. I think
My
that's just
horses are-
dumb. Anyway. I don't know why it's telling me about armor skill lines in the bottom right when I already know about it.
Residents of Daggerfall, stay indoors tonight for your own safety. The Watch is looking into a series of murders, and they don't want you to be the next victim.
Hello, settle down. Right, where the heck is this inn? Okay, it's over here. So, for the record, none of this is like what I would call canon for what did I call myself? Bogash? Bogash. None of this is canon for Bogash's story at this point. I mean, it is, but like we don't know what he knows right now because he's still got all of his memories, and we haven't written that part yet. Hello, benefactor.
What the?
Necromancers, am I right? So this is where the game starts. Where it used to start. Tamriel is gone. You're going someplace else, someplace far from the world you know. Someplace wrong. We just got sacrificed by worm cult necromancers. And we wake up, in true Elder Scrolls fashion, in prison, with no memory of who we are.
Whoa there! Are you alright? The name's Lyris. I hope you've still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way.
Alright, so it looks like
Let's
my...
keep moving.
Yeah, I should probably have read my abilities before I started using them. So Ardent Flame, Lava Whip, lash an enemy with flame, dealing that damage. If you strike an enemy that is immobile or stunned, you set them off balance. Off balance is important because then you can do a heavy attack on them that stuns them for a while. Spiked Armor. Release your inner dragon to gain major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by that for that. While active, the armor returns that magic damage to any enemy that uses a direct damage attack against you in melee range. So basically, Thorns armor. You're harder to hurt, and you also do damage to people who try and hurt you. So that's cool. And Earthen Heart. Stone Fist, crush the earth beneath you, dealing that physical damage to all enemies within 6 meters of you. So that's an AoE. Debris ripped from the ground is held around you for 10 seconds. Activating this ability again allows you to launch part of a debris at an enemy, dealing damage up to 3 times. Ah, that's cool. The final cast stuns enemies hit for 2.5 seconds. I've never seen an ability like that in an MMO, where it's like you cast it again and it does something different. Or I guess I kind of have with New Moon and WoW, but that's about it.
Keep moving. More guards are on the way.
So as you can tell, this is not a very nice place.
Let's get out of here, my friend.
That is a skeleton. That is a spooky skeleton.
Greetings, Vestige. Like you, I am a prisoner in this place. You must rescue me, and I, in turn, must rescue you.
Hold a moment. Come here. The Prophet. He's a prisoner here too. It was very dangerous for him to speak to you even for a moment. You must think you can help me.
Help you do what?
Break him out, of course. Believe me, I can use all the help I can get. That blind old man is the only person alive who can help us get back home. Tamriel's a long way from here.
Where do we go from here?
These tunnels will eventually take us to the Towers of Eyes. That's where we'll find the Sentinels.
Sentinels? What are these sentinels?
Magical constructs created by Molag Bal to guide his vision in Cold Harbor. The Sentinels are connected. If we destroy one, the others will be blinded. With any luck, it will buy us the time we need to free the Prophet.
Sounds like a plan, but how do we destroy them?
I've no idea. Brute force? We'll find a way. We have to. Be ready for anything. I doubt Molag Bal left the Sentinels unguarded.
I have so many questions.
I'm sure you do. And I'll answer them as best I can.
Who's the Prophet?
He's a strange one, no doubt about it. But he's the wisest man I've ever met. He sees things. Past, future.
What is this place? Where am I?
You're obviously not in Tamriel anymore. I think
Obviously.
It's the most miserable, depressing place you've ever been in your life. That's paradise compared to Cold Harbor. And to top it off, well, there's no easy way to say it. You're dead.
Dead? And how are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Once we rescue the Prophet, he can tell you about the gods and the ways of oblivion. I don't understand any of it myself.
If I'm dead, who killed me?
A man named Menemarco. His worm cult is doing some kind of ritual back in Tamriel. They sacrificed you and everyone in this prison to the Daedric Prince Molag Bal. After you died, whatever was left showed up here. They call you the Soul Shriven.
What does that mean?
It means you're a slave and you'll spend the rest of eternity here in Cold Harbor, working under the lash of the Daedra. Unless, of course, you come with me.
Are you dead too?
No, I wasn't sacrificed. The Prophet and I were brought here conventionally, if that makes any sense. But we're prisoners here, same as you.
Alright, well, how can we rescue the Prophet then?
It won't be easy. The place is watched by magical constructs called Sentinels. We won't stand a chance unless we can blind them. I'll tell you more when we get there. And we'll never get there if we don't get moving.
Alright then.
We should keep moving.
So I tend to prefer doing action in this game third person because it's a lot easier. F. But for story related reasons, for story related stuff, I like being in first person because it's more immersive. I don't know why I can't do Flame Lash. Ah, there it is. Oh, I have to be in melee range to do Flame Lash. Okay, that makes sense.
Well played, friend. Arcay's beard, you are good in a fight.
Thanks.
The god of brutality knows of your escape. Hurry.
Let me just make sure everything's still chugging along the phone. Looks like we had some skipped frames. Hope that didn't cause any issues.
The god of schemes can see every part of Cold Harbor. We need to distract him.
I'm assuming Molag Bal is the god of schemes.
So this is Cold Harbor, lovely place. I can actually make this more authentic because of some shit I got in a loot box ages ago. I got not one, not two, but 3 Soul Shriven outfits, and I think the leather one makes the most sense for me. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna hide the helm so we don't look doofy. But this is what most people in Cold Harbor look like. So let's just wear this costume for a bit. I'm not really gonna wear costumes over my armor until maybe we hit like a higher level or a more appropriate time. But for now, I think we should wear the Cold Harbor looking stuff. These are some Soul Shriven dudes. They're so depressed that they just stand there. We don't want to end up like them, so we're going to destroy a Cold Harbor Sentinel.
What was your name again? Target practice?
Good one, Lyris.
I don't fucking know. So Lyris is in
Inconspicuous. We
I should
just got free of this place.
Never mind, that's a
Last
spoiler.
thing we need is to get recaptured. I'll keep watch.
Alright, you keep watch, Lyris. That guy's username is McWaffles. Nice. Oh right, we're supposed to sneak around this thing. I totally forgot. It doesn't seem to have had any repercussions that I failed that though. Or actually, what am I supposed to fucking do here? Oh, there's a Cold Harbor Sentinel. Wait. Wait, no, that is a Cold Harbor Sentinel. How do I fucking destroy it? Does it have to be hidden? Forgive me, it's been some years since I did this. Oh. Duh. Alright. It didn't have like the red circle around it to indicate that it was attackable, so I was a little confused.
While he's blinded, we must get to the Prophet's cell.
I'm surprised there's people playing through this still, but I guess people want to start from the very beginning. Or maybe they're just like me and they want to re-experience it. I mean, there's some stuff from this that's still relevant now, so...
Fool! You will never escape my realm.
Hermamora's wagging tongue. The door's warded. We'll never get in this way.
Sorry, I forgot to put subtitles on.
Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Maybe Cadwell can help us.
Who's Cadwell?
Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. After years
Yeah, he
of
is Frosty
torment, Soul
Sauron.
Shriven usually go insane and turn feral. But not Cadwell. He was already insane before he left Tamriel. Mad as a box of frogs, but completely harmless. You'll see.
Well, if he's mad, how can he help us?
Cadwell sees things as he wishes them to be. To him, Cold Harbor is a wondrous place. It's his home. And he knows it like the back of his hand. He's usually down by the river. Let's go find him.
Alrighty. Hey, is it normal that I don't remember a goddamn thing about my life? I thought that would come up, but I seem to have misremembered.
One fine day in the middle of the night, 2 dead kings got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their bows, and stabbed themselves.
Lyris, when you said this guy was nuts, you weren't joking.
Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll then? Lovely day for it.
You must be Cadwell.
Sir Cadwell, yes indeed, a pleasure. And fair Lyris, good to see you, my dear. How are you then?
We're trying to get inside the Prophet's cell. The door is sealed.
Oh dear, well that is inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way in. Much more of a scenic route. Rather a fun little jaunt actually, full of traps and corpses and nasty beasties filling up the bits in between.
Well, alright. How do we get through all of that?
Rather cautiously, I expect. Watch your step, hold your nose, and do mind the traps. There'll like as not be a fair dose of running and skull bashing as well.
Point me at the entrance.
Follow the river. You'll find the door to the Undercroft at the water's end. Once you're inside, stick to the light, and you'll find a ladder that will take you right up to the Prophet straight away. Do give him my best.
Thanks.
Best of luck. Do check in now and again, won't you?
How do you know Lyris, anyway?
Ah, Lyris. Girl's as mad as sheer Gorus jammies. Heart's in the right place, I suppose. Says she's got to rescue the Prophet to save us all from eternal torment. How an old blind man could do that is quite beyond me.
What do you know about the Prophet?
An imperial gentleman. Apparently he was once a powerful mage, but the years haven't been kind. Lyris says he knows of a path back to Tamriel. I rather think that if one existed, I'd have found it by now.
You don't think there's a way home?
I hadn't actually given it much thought. Anything's possible, I suppose. Truth is, I've been here so long, this place feels like home. But a good uprising now and again is a pleasant diversion, so where's the harm, eh?
Tell me about yourself, Sir Cadwell.
Well, there's not much to tell, is there? It's the same old pish-tosh, gallant knight, epic quests, rescued maidens. I came to this land when my head was quite unceremoniously separated from my body. Bad luck, that, but you make the best of things.
How long have you been here?
Oh, quite a long time. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if I was the oldest of the soul-shriven, of those who didn't go feral, that is. I know every tunnel and path, every nook and cranny. The others look up to me, I suppose.
There's this guy's free matchsticks short of a fire.
It's a delightful place. Probably means it's a death trap. You better be careful.
I never appreciated just how unique this place looks compared to the rest of the game until recently.
The sooner you get that door open, the sooner we can get out of here.
You don't know how to unlock a trivial lockpicking mechanism?
Sorry, my voice is going.
I have no memories, and even I know how to do this.
Christ. Why did I choose this voice? Oh god, my throat. It's actually funny because that's Oblivion's lockpicking system and I could never get a grasp on it. But I could do Skyrim's. So when I started playing this game and saw that it used Oblivion's system, I was like, no! But thankfully... Oh, I need to take a swig of my drink. Crikey. Oh, I'm gonna do my voice in doing this. If you're wondering how first person combat looks, it does have all of the animations it needs. What's weird is I remember running through this area and being annoyed at like how many enemies there were to kill. I think I used to not like the combat in this game, but it's definitely grown on me. I imagine we'll be using medium armor. Either way, I don't have any armor for my hands yet, so actually we might be using light armor.
The Prophet's cage should be just ahead. Quickly now, we haven't much time. Alright, the good news is we made it here in one piece, and the Prophet looks unharmed. Now the bad news. It's going to be up to you to keep him safe and get him back to Tamriel. I'm not going with you. There's a trick to opening the cell. The only way for a prisoner to leave is for another living soul to take their place. I need to swap places with the Prophet.
There's no other way?
Believe me, I wish there was, but I don't see anyone else here with a beating heart, do you? If Molag Bal isn't stopped, he'll destroy everyone and everything we've ever loved.
Well, if you're sure, I'm ready when you are.
Once it's done, get moving. The Prophet will know where to go, but he'll need your eyes and your protection.
This is interesting gameplay-wise. Here they go.
Freedom! I remember this feeling. It will be fleeting, though, if Molag Bal has his way. Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. There has sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain.
Can't we find a Sorry, Prophet, let me take that line again. Can we find a way to take her with us?
Wish that were possible, but I promise you, once we escape Cold Harbor, we will find a way to rescue her together, Vestige.
Vestige?
That is the name I have given you. You are but a trace of your former self, a soulless one, an empty vessel that longs to be filled. It is as the scrolls foretold, but not exactly as I imagined.
He means the Elder Scrolls.
Why does Lyris call you the Prophet?
That is what I've come to be called. My true name is lost even to me. Years of torment have taken their toll. Quickly now, we must make haste to the anchor.
The anchor?
The anchors are Daedric machines of the darkest magic.
Yeah, it is Michael
Their
Gambon.
chains bind our world and pull it towards Cold Harbor. I can use one of these anchors to return us to Tamriel, but you must lead me to it.
And this time when they got a famous voice actor and they didn't fucking kill him off 2 minutes in. Like in Oblivion.
Alright, stay close then.
Up the stairs quickly. We must get to the anchor mooring.
We'll come back for you. It would help if I went the right way.
God, I need to find a way to do this voice without tearing my throat apart.
Maybe I should give him a high-pitched voice.
Dumbledore. Alright, well, you didn't say your line, Michael Gambon, but luckily I put subtitles on. Oh, he's a big fucker.
The mortal thinks it can defy me. Futile. Soon your world will be in my chains.
Come, I will protect you.
It's very kind of you, Prophet, but I think I've got this under control. Oh, normally I have, like, the actual number values on, but I guess I can change that later. Collar and Bones.
A moment. Listen.
That does exactly the same thing as I've already got.
Dark Aegis portal is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. But first, you must reattune yourself to Nan in order to regain your physical form. To do this, you will need a sky shard.
I forgot they teach you about sky shards in this.
A sky shard?
A shard of ethereal magicka that carries the essence of Nan. Some link them to Lorcan, the missing god of creation. If you collect and absorb its power, it should restore your corporeal form. I will summon one of these shards for you to absorb.
I just realised I should not have guild chat on?
I'm ready.
Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly, collect the sky shard.
So sky shards are collectibles in this game. Collect 3 and you get a skill point. They're scattered all over the world.
Great Akatosh, dragon god of time, I require your strength. Let the way be opened. Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied.
He did good work in this game.
Hurry! We must go now!
Oh, I'm flying. Help me, I'm flying.
I guess if I like swallow my tongue a bit more, I don't have to rip my vocal cords apart.
I am Bogash.
Instead of
I am Bogash.
that kind of growly part you hear is okay to do in short bursts, but if I do it for extended periods of time, it fucks me up. So,
I am.
fuck. This is going to be a learning experience for me. So, we start in Stros Mackay, which is one of my least favourite zones in the game, but we're not going to be doing the zone quests here anyway, we're just going to be doing this.
Awakens once again. Come here, we must speak.
Because when this game was originally designed, there were levels, and now there are not. So you used to have to hit certain level thresholds to continue with a main story, but now I believe you can just do it dun 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 all in one.
As I feared, we arrived in different locations. I am in a city of industry where men speak of intrigues and plots beneath layers of innuendo and pleasantry. It matters not. You have awakened once again, and we must set you on your path.
How long was I unconscious?
Days, weeks, I cannot tell. The voids between worlds disrupted all sense of time and space. I know only that you were deposited into the sea, and some charitable soul fished you out and brought you to dry land.
What should I do now?
I'm afraid you will have to decide that for yourself. I must focus on searching for a way to repay Lyris's bold sacrifice. I cannot simply abandon her to the wrath of Moloch Baal.
My email is telling me I just got another crown crate for some reason. I'll check that in a second.
When will I see you again?
I cannot foresee that, not yet. But we will meet again. There is still much we need to accomplish. Be wary, Vestige. Our very plane of existence is in peril. The threat of Moloch Baal looms across all Tamriel, and chaos spreads in its shadow. Danger roams the land and will assume many forms. Do not let it catch you off guard.
Where should I go? What should I do? Who will I be?
You must find your own path. But perhaps there is a reason for the place in which you find yourself. Explore, search for a cause to lend your hand. Join with others. You might even seek out those who rescued you from the sea. The choice is yours.
The way you said that was weird. Who rescued you from the sea? Long distance travel is not okay. I don't think they have to self-isolate in Tamriel at the minute. I think they're fine.
You think there are many who need my help?
Indeed. I sense that even now, there are good people near you who face grave danger.
How do you sense that? Is that some kind of oh, just plot magic, okay.
To thwart the will of Moloch Baal, we must skirmish with evil wherever it rears its head.
And there are others who would join me in this? What is this, some kind of MMO?
We do not face these troubled times
I should stop
alone.
saying dumb stuff in
Many
character.
shall rise up to fight this tide of darkness. Wherever you go, you will encounter others who share your courage and valor. Help them if you can, and enlist their aid if you have need of it.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is he's going to disappear, I'm going to step off the boat and he's going to reappear. This is the main quest for the zone, I'm just going to walk right by it and ignore it, but right now, we got to level up! I'm going to very quickly check Alcast and see what it thinks about you know, the gear. Are we going for light armor or are we going for medium armor? Hang on a second. The only problem with Alcast is it takes a second to figure out where. Doesn't say anything about level 4, which is where you get the fucking armor. Right, let me control F light. Lightning staff. Light attacks. Light attack. Maybe control F armor. Spiked armor, spiked armor. Armor, armor. Well, I mean, at level 10 they tell me I should put a skill point into light armor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're using light armor for this build. Okay. Which is kind of weird because it's partially melee, but that's fine. Why does everything look so blurry? What? What is happening? Oh, that's a UI bug. I remember now. Okay, so it looks like we're going to go for the light legs. Also, we're going to turn off the Soul Shriven costume now that we're out of there. Hey look, I arrived in Tamriel with a different looking outfit. What's in this? Ah, just some stuff. Ooh, a robe. We need that. Alright. Hi, thanks for fishing me out to sea. I know you've got a lot going on. I'm just gonna leave. Okay, bye. We may come back and see her at some future point if we do want to do the zone quests. But here's a spoiler. We don't want to do the zone quests. Don't ask him where he got this horse from. I don't even know why I'm using it. It's got like nothing on it. Alright. So I think if I stand outside a major city, so I need to find a way shrine. And we'll teleport back to the Daggerfall Covenant. There we go. Daggerfall. I think it's just called Daggerfall. By the way, I've played all the way through the Ebonheart Pact zone quests and halfway through the Daggerfall Covenant one. I think the Daggerfall Covenant quest lines are more interesting than the Ebonheart Pact ones. Right, but for now let's go back here. We may get a few lost frames here in Glenumbra. That's just the way that it be. Oh, I swallowed the wrong way. Oh, if I keep coughing, people are going to think I've got the Rona. That's a good point. Reading books from bookshelves will sometimes grant you a rank in one of your skill lines. Everywhere you go, read bookshelves. Read books on tables if they glow yellow. If you don't want to read through them right this moment, but you're worried about the fact that they'll no longer glow yellow, so you won't know. Oh, here
There
we
you
go.
are. Do not panic. Only you can see me. Come, we have to talk.
Oh! Basically, when you finish the Mages Guild, you get something that lets you go back and read all the books you've read. So, which is kind of a
There you
spoiler,
are,
but I
Vestige.
think it's
We
something
must
that's
speak
worth
at
knowing.
once.
Hello, Prophet.
Listen well. I have located a safe harbor from which we might plan our course of action. You must meet me there.
Where is this safe harbor?
See, I know when you play Ebonheart Pact, it's somewhere in Stonefalls, but obviously that would make no sense. So it's funny to think that it's just in a different place here.
I awoke in a city of Bretons, its air heavy with the smells of baked bread, horses, and intrigue. Daggerfall. The harborage is in an abandoned cave outside the city.
Daggerfall? Well, what a coincidence! I just happened to be in Daggerfall. I'll be right there.
Alright, find your harborage. No, I don't care how long you've been looking for me, don't say it. Okay, good. Also, I can't not mount up, it's just habit. How far away from the city is he then? Well, he's a little ways out. Also, if any of you have never played this game and you're wondering how big this game is, here's a rough idea. So everything you see around me right now, and some of the stuff obviously that's out of my field of view, that's all this city. This city is down here, and this is one zone, and then, oh hang on, this is Tamriel with loads of zones, and then there's also a couple of different dimensions, so which are basically just zones in their own right. So yeah, this is a pretty big game, and there's a lot of fucking content. Like I said, I've played for 400 hours now, and still haven't seen everything. Not even close. Like, I've done the main story of all of the DLCs, apart from Greymore. But there's so many side quests I haven't done. I've 100% completed the Morrowind DLC. At least I got all the side quests and everything done there.
Hey, you're alive.
And that was a good, like, 50 to 60 hours of content in itself, so... If you like Elder Scrolls, boy do I have the game for you. Alright, looks like the harbour is down here. Ugh, look at him, he's all wrinkly. Once a prophet was a man of vigour and strength. Some harrowing experience has aged and diminished him, leaving him blind and almost feeble. Almost feeble. Not feeble. Almost feeble. There's a difference. Not sure what that difference is, but... I like to imagine that the prophet himself wrote that. He's like, almost feeble. Almost! This version's like way down into the harbour edge, looks better than Ebonheart Pact's, but I guess grass is always greener.
Familiar footfalls. Come closer, Vestige.
Yo at me. I mean, hi.
Welcome to the harbour edge, Vestige. This is as comfortable a home as an old dried-up husk like myself could hope for.
Mood.
How did you find it?
Despite my blindness, nay, because of it, my other senses seem to have heightened. This place had the right smell about it.
When you first appeared to me in Cold Harbor, you spoke of my destiny?
Indeed, but let us not get ahead of ourselves. Without an understanding of where we are bound, every road will get us nowhere. Before we truly understand our destination, we must speak of the past.
A history lesson?
Of a sort. I invite you to enter my mind and walk with me through visions of the past, that you might understand the events that brought us to this time, this moment. Enter my mind, Vestige, and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Oh, where are you taking me? Oh, where am I?
Follow me, Vestige.
He's all ghosty
and learn
again.
of the events that precipitated our current crisis.
I'm curious to relearn this stuff because I've forgotten a lot of it, and also I know more context for it as well.
My part of the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life.
Been there, done that.
The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death.
Could you walk a
It
bit
was
faster?
there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study.
Dude, fucking same.
The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
What does that have to do with me?
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions.
The five who?
The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
I'm a Dragon Knight. Is that like the same thing? No? You're shaking your head. Okay, who was this leader?
Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colobian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition.
Go on.
You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the 5 companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamarco, the traitor, the king of worms, a powerful necromancer, and your execution.
This is the bastard who killed me?
These were the 5 companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings.
How could the Amulet of Kings turn Varun into one of a Dragonborn?
Menimarco convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn.
Okay, well, why did Varen want to be Dragonborn?
By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Tell me about this, guy who murdered me.
Manamarco the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
Tell me about the other companions.
Each of the 5 companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about?
The big lady, Lyris Titanborn.
You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard.
Alright, who's this Sai Sahan dude?
Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard Swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen, the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group.
And Varun?
The Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before.
Battle mage, huh? I've heard enough.
I already asked him about Manamarco.
Manamarco, the traitor,
What happened when they performed the ritual?
enemy, disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
Well, you say that, but this world has known a lot of threats. Well, to be fair, this is before all the Elder Scrolls kings.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Menimarco, certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Mannimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
You just pick up a copy of Elder Scrolls 5, dude.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
Sorry.
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Mannimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
I understand this story a lot better now, by the way. I think first time I played through this, I was pretty much lost by this point. Because I didn't know when in the Elder Scrolls lore this took place. I didn't understand why that Baron Aquilarius dude was trying to become Dragonborn and Emperor and all of this stuff. I know a lot more contextual information now.
The ritual tore the veil between Nan and Oblivion, allowing Mannimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the Dark Anchors and initiate the Thing.
What went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
What happened next?
Mannimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts.
What happened to the other companions?
Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Zeres was captured by Mannimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal.
What about Abner Farn and Mannimarco?
So I was
Tharn
drinking
remains
Pepsi.
Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Trivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Mannimarco and his worm cult.
I forgot Abner Farn had a daughter.
How did you end up in Cold Harbor?
When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Mannimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
He saw you as a threat?
The truth is always a threat to evil men. Mannimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierce the torn veil and seek to draw Nan into the depths of Cold Harbor. These terrible engines of destruction have been appearing all throughout Tamriel.
Well, shit. That's not good.
That's interesting how it's created like a little outline around these islands. Feels like that's not supposed to happen, but I kind of like the effect.
If mortality and domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain mill. few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Vestige. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage?
Sure.
As you say.
That's pretty terrifying.
And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now.
You sure gave me a lot to think about.
And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone.
So, what next?
We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Lyris Titanborn?
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
Well, what should I do in the meantime?
Minamarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies.
He's basically telling me to go and level up more and do more of the zone stories. But we don't need to do that these days. But sure,
I'll do what I can.
Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vestige.
Alright. So that quest was a whole lot of talking. It was basically a big info dump. If I were to critically evaluate this game, I'd say that probably could have done with some more action in that quest, because I feel like when I first played this game, I think I dropped the main story here for a bit. And I think it's because the game was just like, LOL! And I was like, oh Jesus. I do remember taking a break around this time. So, thanks for sticking with me through that bit. I don't think it was very well paced. Be right back, I need a wee. I'm back, everyone. It's me. If you're wondering why my map comes up every time I leave, it's because my Control M shortcut key to mute myself is obviously the key that also brings up a map. So we've leveled up, or we've at least got a skill point. We've got 3 skill points. So I'm gonna have to have a quick trawl through the old thingamajigger again. 2 seconds. Let me do that. So basically, it's telling me level 5. You want to morph your first skill now, which is going to be Lava Whip into Flame Lash. Morphing is a further. Yeah, I know what that is. Wall of Elements in the Destruction Staff skill line, and morph Stone Fist into Obsidian Shard. So Flame Lash, Obsidian Shard. Oh, I can't morph them yet because I haven't earned enough XP. Okay, well, that's embarrassing. I can at least do the Destruction Staff one. Probably because that quest was just freaking, you know, all about lore, so I didn't get any XP from killing dudes. We'll save those skill points for now. We got Wall of Elements, which is basically, because it's a fire staff, it's fire, and it just does a cone in front of you of damage, which I believe is a dot. If they stand on it, they take damage. I wonder what it recommends for a back bar. I'm sure it's probably a melee weapon. So watch, I'm probably going to leave this, and then he's immediately going to appear again, or I might have to go back to Daggerfall first, not sure. One thing I realised when I was away, I realised we didn't join the Fighters Guild or the Mages Guild, and even though we weren't going to do those storylines, it is important to join them because they give you the persuasion and intimidation abilities in dialogue trees. So we should probably go do that. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a Thieves' Trove. We're not gonna be a thief on this character, I think. Even though Thieves' Troves are kind of like a free pass. I should probably have just taken it, to be honest. Here we go.
The time is now. Seek me by the cliffs outside Daggerfall.
Hey buddy. I will, but first of all, considering you forced me to come back here first, I am going to look for the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. But I'm also going to skip the dialogue they give me, because it's not really a canon part of this character. Also, when I do choose an outfit for this character, it's going to be more battle mage looking, so he's not going to have robes. Because even though he is using a staff and stuff, I feel like a Magicka Dragon Knight is basically a battle mage. You know? You get me? I get me. Where? So.
Do you know how long I've been looking for you?
I really don't care how long you've been looking for me. Could not stress enough how little I care about how long you've been looking for me.
But if I formed the lattice clockwise...
I'd like to know more about the guild. Let's talk about the Mages Guild. What can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
Of a sort.
What do I get in return? I'm ready to join the Mages Guild. Thanks, bye. We can probably use those skill points actually on the Mages Guild stuff and the Fighters Guild stuff. I believe the Fighters Guild... Oh, we're getting a bit of lag here. But it's no big deal. I believe the Fighters Guild is over here, yeah. Wait.
Did you come here for crafting, sir?
Oh no, not crafting routes. We're not going to bother with crafting on this character because I have a main character for that. Lyris!
Where's
Oh!
the help I was promised? Can't deal with this on my own.
Ignore her for now.
It's been so long since I was in the field. Welcome to the Fighters Guild.
Challenge? Sounds good. What's this crusade you mentioned? What do I get in return? I'm ready to join the Fighters Guild. Complete quest. Bye! Lyris, you're not here. Shut up. Go away. You're in Cold Harbor right now. Ignore her. Ignore her. That may or may not have been the thing I was trying not to spoil earlier. Anyway, moving on. We're going back to the Harborage. Also, how much gold do I have? I almost have enough to do my first training. Are you? Yes, you are. Right, I want to sell ash. I want to sell an iron girdle, which I'm never going to use. I don't know if we're going to be using stuff like this. Let's get rid of a traveller's jerkin and also the trousers and tunic. I don't know if I'm going to want a bow. I don't want to use. It's so low level. It's not even going to give us any money for it. That's hilarious. I can't even sell that one. All right. Magica recovery. Sure. Let's use that. Yeah, I literally have to destroy this. That's funny. I don't think I have anything else really to worry about. Okay, where's the stable again? Oh, is it literally here? No, it's not. Where is it? Oh, we went past it. Well, I'm not going all the way back there for 1% of a speed increase, so let's just go back to the harbourage. Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? No, you're not going to say it? Okay, maybe next time. Alright. It feels wrong to be on a horse that goes that slow. Let's just sprint. Same fucking speed. I gotta say, I do like Glenumbra. It's like, obviously very default in that it's like a forest, or it's just like a grassy looking biome, but it is a nice one of those. I really like the Daggerfall zones, apart from Stros Mackay, to be honest. Rivenspire particularly is like really spooky and cool. It's rich. It's rich. Alright. Back to the main quest. And I think this will be the last quest we do for this particular stream. Just letting people know that now. But it'll be a good half an hour probably.
It is good to see you again, and I do see you in my own way. You're a wound in time, a tear in reality that shouldn't exist and cannot long endure.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, basically what he's referring to is the fact that I got killed, I escaped Cold Harbor, and I have no soul. I shouldn't be here. I should be dead.
Why do you speak in riddles, Prophet?
Fate speaks in riddles. Your fate was written in the scrolls long ago. It is entwined with the fate of the 5 companions. I have finally located Lyris Titanborn in Cold Harbor.
Is she safe?
She works a terrible forge under the lash of the great deceiver, Molog Baal. Her soul is in great danger. You must go to her. I can manifest a gate to that dark realm, but you must go quickly.
Are you sure she's in Cold Harbor? Because I just saw her in the Fighters Guild. No, open the gate. I'll rescue Lyris.
Tread carefully in Molog Baal's realm. You're important.
Lyris isn't.
Scrolls have so named you.
What happened to Lyris after we escaped Cold Harbor?
After Lyris took my place in the Wailing Prison so that we might escape, the Daedra moved her to the Foundry of Worlds.
Oh, lovely place.
A place of torment and despair. She toils endlessly making weapons for the enemy.
Yeah, I think I work there.
How do you know this?
The god of schemes invaded my mind many times during my imprisonment. It was a torturous experience, but by forcing his way into my mind, he inadvertently opened his own thoughts to me, and thus created a chink in his own armor.
What do you mean?
We are connected, he and I. With concentration, I can see through his eyes. He feels my presence, and it fills him with rage. When you enter the foundry to recover Lyris, I can keep his attention focused on me. He will be blind to you for a time.
Isn't that dangerous?
It will be a far greater danger for you to enter Cold Harbor without this distraction. It is Molog Baal's realm, and his power there is great. I will endeavor to distract him in this manner whenever you travel there.
Well, here goes nothing.
Oh, I was going to add persuade and intimidation. I'll do that when I get there. Cold Harbor is a realm of prisons within prisons, where all the imprisoned work without cease at executing the schemes of the Lord of Domination. Yeah, Molog Baal isn't the friendliest of the Daedric princes. He's pretty fucky wucky. He's pretty rude dude. Am I vamping correctly? Because this loading screen, there we go. Right, Guild, Fighters Guild, give me Intimidating Presence, thank you, and give me the Mages Guild. You don't have to worry too much about not having many skill points, because we get lots from this quest. This time we won't wear the Soul Shriven armor, because we're not Soul Shriven this time. Well, I mean, we're still technically Soul Shriven, we don't have a soul, but we're not one of those dudes. Oh no! Hey look, finally combat! It's been a while, huh? Look, see, he's off balance. And I would have stunned him if I didn't kill him. Right. Lyris!
You.
Well, that was easy.
You're alive. Are you really here, or is this another trick?
It's me. The prophet sent me to find you.
And he's still alive. Thank the gods. But you can't stay. You have to leave before they find you here.
I'm not leaving without you.
You don't understand. They've done something to me. I can't leave.
What do you mean?
It's hard to describe. My memories, my feelings, they've been fragmented, ripped apart. And all the fragmented pieces have been locked away in different parts of the foundry.
Then we'll retrieve them.
I've tried. The Daedra took everything. My willpower, my courage, my sense of self. I'm an empty shell. And the fragments are reflections of my worst fears and most painful memories. I can't. I don't think I can face them.
We'll face them together. Come on.
I'll do my best. Lead on.
That looks like a sky shard. So the third one always puts them off balance. That's good to know. I don't know about stunning. Maybe that's like a low chance.
These lost souls are barely aware of their humanity.
You back to work, slave.
There's definitely an interesting skill. Oops, didn't mean to go first person there. I like how rock-based it is. It fits my orc very, very well. Speaking of rocks, oh okay, I thought that was a node. Like I said, I'm not going to bother with crafting professions on this character.
It looks like my childhood home in Skyrim. My parents' graves. My mother died in childbirth. My father was distant, cold. I think he blamed me for my mother's death. I ran off to become a mercenary when I was 16. Never saw my father again. He was murdered by an old enemy. Father? Papa? Is that you?
I don't remember any of this. This is cool.
Bleed, you bastard! Die like the monster you are!
Okay, that one didn't set him off balance, but he's a boss enemy, so that's probably why.
Your mind and soul are already ours. Abandon your pathetic rescue.
Who are you? Why does Lyris walk with you?
I'm here to help her. Who are you?
In life, I was Gyalda, father to Lyris. My spirit was torn from its rest and brought to this foul place.
So it's really him?
Daedra
That's
forced
fucked
me
up,
to
dude.
Experience my own murder again and again. I thought my torment would never end.
For using you to keep Lyris shackled to Cold Harbor.
I don't understand. Lyris was always a free spirit. Why would my presence bind her here?
She blames herself for your death.
Lyris, is this true, child?
You're always so cold. So distant. My mother died giving me life. It was my fault. I should never have been born.
Lyris, look at me. The blood of giants flows through my veins. Your mother was a Nord. I gave her my seed without thought for her safety. That's why she died. Not because of you, child. Because of me.
I thought you blamed me. couldn't even look at me, Papa.
Do you not see? When I looked at you, I saw her face. I loved her, child, just as I love you, more than life itself. We cannot change the past, nor should we cling to it. You must not let these feelings haunt you. Let them go. Let me go.
I love you too, Papa. Rest now. Be at peace. He's gone. Come on, let's get out of here.
I fucking love Elder Scrolls. That was some good storytelling.
This place is a labyrinth of hopelessness built to compound the misery of those who labor here.
Lyris doesn't share my sentiment. Right, moving on.
Careful. Keep your head down.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I was not made to be a sneaky orc, but I shall sneak all the same. Sneaky, 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 sneaky orc. Sneaky orc. Sneaky, sneaky orc.
I don't even know what we're hiding from.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, I see.
Sneaky, sneaky orc.
Did you get all the pieces?
Yeah, I stashed them in the footlockers all around camp. I bet the commander makes her run 50 laps this time.
50? Let's hope the beast gets a lashing. Alright, let's get back to it.
Hello Coral, would you like to join the stream? Hey stream, Coral has just jumped on my lap, so you're probably going to hear her flapping her cone a lot more now that she's closer to the microphone. Just a heads up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my cat has a cone on her head because her ear is damaged and we're trying to get it healed. And every now and again, just to itch her head, she flaps it around left and right. Alright, we got Lyris's armor. We did it, Coral. We got her armor. Oh, stuck on a rock. Hey, Lyris.
Did you find something?
I believe this armor belongs to you.
I can't believe it. This armor is who I am. It's what I am. A warrior without her armor is like a bear without claws.
Suit up. I'll wait.
Let's give us some privacy.
Excellent. I'm ready.
Hey, looking good. Alright, you know what? Fuck this hiding bullshit. Oh, lovely. I think that went well.
Watch your step. All the mining has made these tunnels unstable.
Okay. Lyris, you literally just said watch your step. Yeah, I think I'm getting to grips with this character even. See, this is what a quest should be, not that info dump that the previous one was.
You traitorous bastard. I should have expected to find you here.
Don't be a fool, Titanborn. I'm trying to help you. Your hatred poisons you. Warriors are like steel. When you lose your temper, you lose your worth.
Help me. You betrayed us all, then went back to licking Manimarco's boot before the smoke cleared.
I did what I had to do. And as a show of my good intentions, I have a gift for you. But be warned, Cold Harbor will not give it up easily.
Is that... Sure, Bones, it is. Vestige, that's my battle axe.
Well, let's go get it. Oh. Well, that's annoying.
yikes. Taking damage. Get off me. I don't want to die. I have no healing potions. Fuck. Fuck. No. I don't want to die on stream. Die. 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 God damn it. Fucking died. Oh no. Well, that's embarrassing. Right. Do I have any healing potions? I literally don't. I don't have any potions. That's hilarious. Why don't I have any potions? I feel like I should have acquired some potions at some point. Okay, I'll just have to do better, I guess. Alright, am I at full health? I think I am. Right then. I like how I say I do better if I immediately fail to block. And again. There we go. Oh, fuck me. Not again! Please, not again! Oh, thank God. Sometimes low-level combat can be a bit like that. Usually when you don't have all of your skill points, the game can be a bit tougher.
Oh, it's good to have you back. Are you thirsty for Daedric blood, old friend?
Apparently I just reconnected to my chat room on my phone, so if someone said something that I missed, I do apologise. I don't know why I did that.
My axe. Oh, it feels good to have it back. It's part of me. Losing it was like losing an arm.
Why would Farn try to help you?
I don't know. I don't trust him, and I
Did we learn
will.
that he was treacherous? I don't remember that.
The blind hatred I felt when I saw him. I could have strangled him with my bare hands. But now, I think he was right. That hatred was poisoning me.
How do you feel now?
Better. Stronger. Almost whole again. Isn't that strange? I feel powerful enough to take on Umaril the Unfeathered himself. I feel like a warrior again.
What now?
We're not done yet. We need to keep moving forward. The passage is blocked by a rock slide. And now that I have my axe back, I might be able to break through it.
Let's check it out.
Stand back. No damn pile of pebbles is gonna stop me now.
Why can't I do that?
She's strong.
So many Daedric beasties, so little time. We need to keep moving.
I did not see you. You were not much of a threat though. Ooh, level 5. We'll deal with that when we finish the quest. Orc skills. Oh, that's when you get your racial, I see. I don't even know what the orc racial is.
Did you hear that? It sounded like... No. It couldn't be. happened to you? What have they done?
Oh no.
Lyris. Lyris, I can see you. Are you really there?
Sai, it's me. We're seeing some kind of vision of you. Do you know where you are?
I don't know. They're torturing me. Want the amulet of kings. Want me to tell them where it's hidden.
Not very appropriate.
I haven't broken. Not yet.
Sai, you need to hold on. We're going to find you. I'll make sure of it. We'll find you. Somehow we'll get you out of there. Sai? Sai! No! Bring him back, you bastards! That was no trick. That was Sai Sahan.
You're gonna be alright.
Sai's a friend. He'll be my best friend. We need to find him and get him out of there.
There must be a way to find out where they're keeping him.
We need to tell the Prophet about this. He'll know what to do. But first, we need to find a way out of here. I don't care what else they throw at us. Nothing's going to keep me from helping Sai.
Let's go. I'm an orc.
What was the point of making that door different? Of where you had to pull the lever to open it, instead of just interacting with it like every other door? What was the actual point? I'm really curious to hear this. Right. Oh, a new staff. Is that better than my current? Yes, it is. Lava Whip can now be morphed, eh? Yeah, I know I said we'd wait till we finished this quest, but let's just morph it. It was, which one was it? Right, hang on, let me check. Flame Lash. Okay. Flame Lash, what does Flame Lash do? Targeting off-balance or immobilized enemies grants you a more powerful attack which deals increased damage, costs half as much, and heals you. Ooh! So basically that has synergy with my Stone Fist, which allows me, you know, to throw enemies off balance. So as soon as they're off balance, hit them with a Lava Whip and a whole bunch of good shit happens. I like that a lot. See? This shit's getting interesting. Also, I know I said I wouldn't bother with crafting on this character. The reason I'm still looting everything is because I have the ESO plus craft bag, so I'm gathering crafting materials which are actually relevant to me on my other character.
The doubt, fear, loneliness. It's all coming back. I have to push through this. Let's go.
My main might want that recipe as well. There's always good stuff to find in pots and jars. A boss at the end of the quest.
Source of all my fears. I can hear it whispering to me, taunting me.
Oh, it's not there. Win them. Is this healing me? Oh no, that stuns me. Okay. Bad idea. Oh god, move, 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 move. Fucking move, please. Jesus Christ, I got stuck on geometry. There we go.
I did it. The voices, the whispering. It's gone.
Let's go, Lyris. I assume she'll follow me. So yeah, we'll finish this quest up and then that'll be the end of the stream. And then I'm going to go play some more Greymore. Because I still want to finish that. It's a good fucking chapter.
Lyris, Chan. Are you alright?
Yes,
Thank the
I'm
divine.
fine.
Oh dear.
Your
The
loss would
Vestige
have
freed
thrown
my
all
mind from the
chaos.
deep. They won't take me again. Not alive, at least.
I don't think that all played in the correct order.
Manamarco captured Sai Sahan. He's torturing him to find out where the Amulet of Kings is hidden. We have to rescue him.
You brought Lyris back, and largely intact from the look of it, and she will need time to recover.
Oops,
He
I've
does
got to
not
voice
leave
that.
such a place unscarred.
We saw a projection of Sai Sahan. He spoke to us.
What did he say? Did Sai tell you where he is being held?
He doesn't know. Manamarco is torturing him. He wants the Amulet of Kings.
Then we must locate him before Menimarco forces him to reveal the amulet's hiding place.
We also saw a
What happened there is when I misspeak, I used to go blah blah blah, and I just fucking did that in the voice of my orc. Oh my god. Alright, let me try that again.
We also saw a projection of Abner Farin. He tried to help Lyris.
Did he? I thought he had firmly aligned himself with Menimarco and his worm cult. Curious, curious.
Sai Sahan said that Manamarco wants the Amulet of Kings. Why?
As you saw in my visions, the amulet's misuse ripped a hole in the barrier that protects Tamriel from the forces of oblivion. That damage must be undone, and the amulet is the key. But to find the amulet, we must first locate Sai Sahan.
Well, how can I help?
For now you must leave me to my meditation.
Oh.
I must set my mind to the task of locating Sai Sahan.
Okay.
Until then, embrace the unknowable. The drops of water cannot know themselves to be a river, yet the river flows on.
One last thing. Why did Molag Bal leave Lyris when you possibility of escape?
Perhaps it is simply
Christ.
It was all part of his
Ow.
grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince? I will call upon you again when the time is right. Farewell, Vestige.
Thing is, I don't think it is all part of his grand scheme from what I remember. I think my character just pointed out a flaw in the plot in the hopes that the character would accept this explanation and forget about it. Anyway, that's this quest done. They're just going to stand there looking at each other until our next stream. Before I go though, let's have a look at what we got here. We're not going to be a stamina character, so that means nothing to us. What does it want me to enchant? Can I enchant this? Sure. That works. I didn't realize. All this fucking time, I'm not sure I realised you could do that. I think it's because most of the stuff I get nowadays just comes with enchantments on anyway, or I make it with the enchantments I want. Well, I want to go light armor, but I don't have a belt, so that's better than nothing. Right then, one last thing. We're gonna morph Earthen Heart. We're gonna morph Stonefist into. I've forgotten. Well, I mean, we're going Magicka, so it's gonna be the top one, right? Obsidian Shard. I should use my own brain instead of just referring back to the guide every second. Yeah, Obsidian Shard. This time converts to a Magicka ability that now heal. This is, by the way, the ability which lets us throw up rocks into the air and then throw them at people. So we're changing it to. Whoops, this one. Convert to a Magicka ability that now heals you or 2 allies after dealing damage. Deals significantly less damage but no longer requires charges to cast. There's a lot of stuff about dealing damage in this build. I hope I haven't accidentally picked a healer. Is a Magicka Dragon Knight a healer? I would not have guessed that. Well, I hope not, but that's something I'm going to investigate between streams. It deals a lot less damage? Oh. Right, I'm going to cancel that and read into it, and then next stream we'll know how to deal with that. Either way, thank you for watching this video, this stream even. We'll be back with more adventures from Bogash the Clanless, whose name I certainly didn't forget. I'll see you in the next stream, everybody. Farewell for now. Bye.